Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Grassroots Racing Show, brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Kansas Auto Racing Museum at Chapman, Kansas, because today's stars are tomorrow's legends. Grail Engine Technology, design that will change the world. Belleville Motorsports, providing safe, fast, and affordable race cars for national champions and feature winners all across America. Advanced Engine and Machine of Salina, a full-service racing shop providing complete engines, parts, and services for winners.
Welcome to the Grassroots Racing Show. I'm Doug Thompson with co-host Roger Thompson. You may recall last time I introduced the show, I had to do it all by myself. My brother had some serious health issues, but he's bounced back. You look like you're doing pretty good now.
160 pounds of twisted steel. I feel great.
What about the extra 20 that you hadn't accounted for?
Well, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little more than 160.
Yeah,
but you're about high school weight. You had quite an ordeal.
Yeah,
nice
it was
to have
a
you
good
back.
time.
Wasn't so much fun doing it, knowing that you were in the hospital and you were pretty sick. We sent Mike Kraft out, and that Mike Kraft has just absolutely been everywhere for us. And this was the race that we sent him to at Atchison County Raceway. And Atchison County, fairly new track. This was the opener of their season for them. And the years kind of go by. I want to say it's fairly new, but
last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah, it was built 2012.
Okay, and that track was. Seems like to me that the owner of the track has an asphalt business. He built the track and built it out behind his shop area. As I recall, I did a phone interview with him here a year or two ago, and he was in the process of building it. And kudos to him. He looked like he had a good turnout. And
Phil Birkinshaw.
Yep, and he has some family members racing in there, Joshua and Jim, and the daughter's name, I think it's his daughter, Felicia or something like that. But anyways, the track is located just north of Atchison, and it's called the Cage. It's a 1/5 mile high bank, and he's going to race 360 sprints, wing sprints on that. And it is going to be, he calls it the Cage. It's surrounded by cage and fencing, and it's a beautiful facility. They're going to have some great races on that track and lots of classes already. And what I like about the lineup is a lot of support from the local area. This is going to be great. Great. Let's send Mike Kraft out to the track and stay tuned for great racing from Atchison.
On a very cool, rainy, cloudy day, guess where we are tonight? We are at Atchison County Speedway here in Atchison, Kansas. Tell you what, let's do. Let's go inside and take a look around.
Huh? You need some hot chocolate?
I mean, a hamburger.
You hear them? They're talking about hot chocolate. That ought to give you an idea of somewhat what the weather's looking like here right now. Looking over here towards turn 3 and 4. And down the front straightaway. See the flag stand actually stands outside of the fence. There's turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. See the banking. A little smaller track, but man, tons of banking, and it's really wide, so you got plenty of room to run. Take a look how the crowd looks here tonight. A few hardy folks still coming out tonight. Gonna watch the modified street stocks. And to have some good racing here at Atchison County Speedway tonight for Night at the Track.
All right, race fans, your hobby stock A feature of the evening, 20 laps for these bad boys and girl. Ready to go here at Atchison County Raceway. The 97 car, Raymond Bosch, going to move up to that pole position. Josiah Birkinshay a scratch outside the 88B of J.R. Burge. Inside row 2, the 38 of Stephen Corning. Outside the 7 SIS of Felisa Birkinshay. 63 Billy Spillman. Outside the 28 Tobin Bartlett.
Sorry, you put that on?
It's fine. Row number 5 will be the 44R of Rex Brunning and the 46 of Tim Pruitt. Looking for the green flag this time, Bosch. 97 of Raymond Bosch outside the 88 of J.R. Burge. Bosch will take that early lead down the back straightaway. Here comes that 38 car of Stephen Corning. 28 car Tobin Bartlett looking for that third spot, trying to get around Burge. Here comes Billy Spillman. Felisa Birkinshay in the 7 SIS will move up into 5th. J.R. Burge working on her, trying to get that 5th spot back. Bosch continues to lead him in that 97 car. Spillman in the 63 on the outside, trying to get around Tobin Bartlett for 3rd. Rex Brunning in that 44R car, slowing down a little bit on the back straightaway. Now he'll pick up the pace. Billy Spillman looking to the inside of Stephen Corning for 2nd. Tobin Bartlett trying to hold off Felisa Birkinshay. Spillman now moves up into 2nd. Birkinshay trying to follow him through for that 4th position. Raymond Bosch in the 97 car, your leader. 2nd spot, the 63 of Billy Spillman. 3rd is the 38 of Stephen Corning. 4th, the 28 car of Tobin Bartlett. Felisa Birkinshay in the 7 SIS running in top 5. Right behind her, the 88B of J.R. Burge. 46 of Tim Pruitt running 7. Oh, Corning gets a little bit sideways. Bartlett nowhere to go, opens the door for Birkinshay. Bartlett now moves up for 3rd. Billy Spillman race for the lead between him and Raymond Bosch. Spillman will take the lead into turn number 2. Bosch way up high, falls back to 2nd. Coming up on lap traffic in the 44R car. Side by side, right behind your 3rd place car of Tobin Bartlett, you've got Stephen Corning and Felisa Birkinshay. Birkinshay on the outside gets a little bit sideways. She'll fall back behind Stephen Corning again, trying to get her momentum back. J.R. Burge in the 88B car right there beside her, working on her for that 5th position as Billy Spillman pulls away from Raymond Bosch. Right there behind, Rex Brunning, lap car. He'll go a lap down now. Raymond Bosch still 2nd, Tobin Bartlett 3rd, Stephen Corning 4th. Props for Felisa Birkinshay She'll get turned around at turn number 4. And I didn't want to jinx it, but this is our first yellow flag of the evening.
Hi, I'm Pat Neal. Thanks for tuning in to watch this edition of Grassroots Racing.
Let that new Android thing through them, so it's getting better service on my old phone. Billy Spillman in that 63 car, your leader, followed by the 97 of Raymond Bosch. 38 car Stephen Corning getting sideways. Tobin Bartlett running 3rd. Melissa Birkinshaw trying to pick off cars in front of her one at a time, trying to come back through the pack. Moves up another spot in front of the 38 car of Stephen Corning. Corning going to battle back on that outside as Billy Spillman starts to run away now from the 97 of Raymond Bosch. Melissa Birkinshaw now working on J.R. Burge in that 88B car. White flag out for the 63 of Billy Spillman. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag for the 63 of Billy Spillman. Second will go to the 97 of Raymond Bosch. Third will go to the 28 of Tobin Bartlett. Fourth, spot to the 46 of Tim Pruitt. Green flag comes back out. Josiah Birkinshaw, your leader in that 7 SIS. Battle for second between Austin Charles and the 18 car. Wayne Brook, he'll move up into second. Now he gets turned around right in front of Austin Charles. Josiah Birkinshaw. Two-car battle for the win here tonight. In that 7SI car, your leader, followed by the 81 of Austin Charles. Charles trying to reel him in. Wayne Brook on the infield, the 18 car. Coming up next will be our Street Stock A feature. Austin Charles, I believe he ran a Sport Compact last season. Out there doing a good job in this E-Mod. Josiah Birkinshaw, he's ran a hobby stock last year. This year doing double duty in that 7SI car. Had great battles last year with the track champion in the hobby stocks, Lee Farmer. Burkett, your leader, followed by Austin Charles in second. White flag out for Austin Charles, or for Josiah Burkett. Checker flag going to come out for Josiah Burkett. Second will go to Austin Charles. So Josiah Burkett picking up the first ever E-Mod feature win here at Atchison County Raceway. Austin Charles finishing second, and Josiah Burkett with a right rear flat as he comes to victory lane.
This is Scotty Anderson, and you're watching my favorite show, Grassroots Racing.
Throws the 11W, Gerald Wawasek. Outside of him, the 21A of Aaron Sauter. Inside row 2, the 5 of Keith Simmons. Outside the 75M of Marvin Griffin. Inside row 3, the 11T of Benny Turner. Outside the 79 of Dakota Osborne. And on the final row, the 33 of Jim Burkett. And the 37, the of Brad Derry. Eight cars on in here tonight in your street stock class. Give them a wave as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag comes out. Aaron Sauter going to take that early lead. Look at Keith Simmons barreling through there up to second. Keith Simmons going to take that lead away from Aaron Sauter. Marvin Griffin in the 75M trying to get by. Aaron Sauter also trying to keep Brad Derry behind him. Second row as they shuffle the 21A of Aaron Sauter. Back to fourth, Brad Derry. He started dead last. He's up to fourth now. Battling out now with Marvin Griffin for that fourth or third position. Benny Turner right on the back bumper of Aaron Sauter for fifth. Dakota Osborne trying to get by Benny Turner for sixth. Gerald Wawasek working on the 5 of Keith Simmons. Simmons usually drives a vintage car, getting himself a street stock coming out here to Atchison County Raceway, and he's leading this opening night feature. But he's trying to keep multiple-time feature winner here at Atchison County Raceway. Gerald Wawasek right behind him, trying to keep him right there where he is in that second spot. Brad Derry trying to reel in Marvin Griffin. Marvin Griffin running third in that 75M car. Right there battling it out with Gerald Wawasek as the top three breakaway prompt for Brad Derry. He's going to come to a halt in turn number 2. Derry was unable to make his heat race. Now he breaks here in the A feature, running 4th. That'll move Aaron Sauter back up into the 4th spot. Benny Turner 5th. Jim Burkett in that 33 car running 6th. Dakota Osborne 7th. That's your brother? Yeah. So looking for the green flag, looks like this time. 8 laps complete of our 30-lap A feature. Keith Simmons leading down into turn number 4. Green flag comes back out. Marvin Griffin. Bad restart there for Gerald Wawasek. He'll fall back into a battle for third with Benny Turner. Turner now getting a battle with Aaron Sauter for 4th and 5th. Simmons. Griffin from Harlan Park.
He races from the
Okay. I know I've heard his name. I know I've heard his name. Marvin Griffin in that 75 M car running around Keith Simmons. Gerald Wawasek trying to reel him back in. Benny Turner trying to get around the 21A of Aaron Sauter, and you've got Dakota Osborne on the inside of Jim Birkinshaw. Battles all around, all over the racetrack for every position here tonight. Aaron Sauter now moves ahead of Benny Turner, pulls away a little bit for that fourth spot. Three-car breakaway for first, second, third. Simmons, Griffin, and Wawasek. Simmons still your leader, trying to hold off Marvin Griffin. Griffin down low, trying to get the lead. Wawasek in that 11W car, running third. A little bit of smoke out of the back of his car out of four, just like you've seen in that heat race. Griffin down low, trying to get the lead off of turn four. Simmons will keep it at the line. Traffic. Jim Birkinshaw, a little thin trail of smoke as Marvin Griffin takes the lead from the 5 of Keith Simmons. Gerald Wawasek down low, trying to get second away from Simmons. He'll take over that second spot at the line. Working on Marvin Griffin now as they're coming up on lap traffic. Three-car battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th between Sauter, Turner, and Osborne. Osborne gets up a little bit high. Lap traffic for your leader, the 75M of Marvin Griffin. Gets around Jim Birkinshaw, puts him a lap down. Benny Turner on the outside of Aaron Sauter, trying to get that 4th spot away from the St. Joe native. Heavy smoke out of the back of the 11W of Gerald Wawasek. If he can get his car to hold together, he's right there behind your leader as Dakota Osborne now goes a lap down. That puts a lap car in between Wawasek and Griffin. Keith Simmons trying to get around Wawasek. Trying to get around Benny Turner, trying to put him a lap down, now goes to work on Aaron Sauter. Good racing there between Griffin and Sauter. Sauter trying to stay on the lead lap. Keith Simmons right there behind Wawasek, trying to go by him. Wawasek ducked down a little bit low. Simmons had to go high. White flag out this time for the 75M of Marvin Griffin. Checkered flag out for the 75M of Marvin Griffin. Second spot's going to go to the 11W of Gerald Walasek. Third will go to the 5 of Keith Simmons. Not a good start for your defending track champion Doug Keller, scratch for this event. Wow. As is Tim Eaton in the 211 car. So that'll move that'll put Truman Asher on the pole outside PJ Conger in the 17. RJ Edwards in that 14 car. Tyson Lamferman in the 27. The 3D car is Matt Dorsum. 12X of Matthew Lance. Justin Asher will move up one row. Inside row 4 with Doug Keller not starting. 61 Jesse Schatz outside of him. Inside row 5 will be the 41 of Chris Deschamps. Outside the 27B of Jared Beach. That'll move Dakota Kessler up inside row number 6. Outside the 7M Monty Cook and shotgun on the field, the 88 of RJ Deschamps. Register for that E-Mod to be given away. Also the hobby stock. Tonight's winner, Brad Spillman. He'll be racing that at a future date. As we get ready to go green flag racing here in the E-Mods. Truman Asher leads them into turn number 1. PJ Conger in that 17 car up to second. RJ Edwards third in the 14 car. Smoke out of the side of the car of PJ Conger. That car kind of got a little bit airborne, like something underneath the car happened. Yellow flag out for the 17 of PJ Conger.
They were well on, dude. That's not fixed.
Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. Truman Asher, your leader. Green flag coming back out. Truman Asher a little bit sideways in turn number 1. RJ Edwards up to second. 3D car of Matt Dorsum up to third. Here comes the 12X of Matthew Lance running 4th. Lance up the racetrack a little bit, opens the door for the 27 of Tyson Lamferman. of Tyson Lanferman. Seven cars will continue this A feature for your B modified. Truman Asher out front. Can he hold off those cars behind? And we'll find out here coming up. Green flag getting ready to fly again, getting the one to go from the flag stand. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here in your B modifieds. Green flag comes back out. R.J. Edwards battling it out with Matt Dorson for second. Edwards will move up into that second spot. Dorson back to third. Jesse Scott trying to get around Matthew Lance for fourth. Losing a little bit of ground there to the top two cars. That'll move Matthew Lance right on his back bumper as Lance tries to hold off Jesse Shots. Coming up on lap traffic, Dakota Kessler out there getting some seat time. I know Rick Spriggs put a good piece underneath him, and once he gets some seat time, he'll be out there running up front. Starting to reel him in. Matt Dorson third still. Matthew Lance fourth. Fifth is Jesse Shots. Jarrett Beach sixth. Dakota Kessler seventh. Job of moving down low, letting everybody get by. Oh, Truman Asher, R.J. Edwards making a little bit of contact. Edwards, though, with a big enough lead over Matt Dorson, he'll keep that second spot. R.J. Edwards pulling onto the infield. Truman Asher, one lap to go as he tries to get around Jarrett Beach. Checker flag going to come out for the 73 of Truman Asher. Second spot. Going to go to the 3D of Matt Dorson. Third to the 12X of Matthew Lance. Fourth to the 61 of Jesse Shots. Fifth, the 27B car of Jarrett Beach, and 6081 of Dakota Kessler. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Don't forget they race tomorrow night. They'll have lots of midgets, non-wing, and wing micros, and the sport compacts, expecting a big car count as they ride out in Nebraska.
Got the winner of the B mods here tonight at Atchison County Speedway, Truman Asher. Truman, man, you got out front there. 014 kind of give you a little nudge there going through 3 and 4, but you managed to hang on to it.
Yeah. He should have slowed down just a little bit. And, I mean, if I'd known he was going to do that, I'd have pushed it harder, so he couldn't have got me. But we're in a brand new header, so it happens, I guess. You got to give them lap cars a little time to figure out what they're going to do, and you got to watch them. So.
Well, this is a nice, tight little track, too. I mean, it isn't like you got a bunch of room there where you can move around. And, of course, if you're going to pass here, I guess it's going to have to be on the bottom side.
Yeah, bottom, top. I passed on the top here before, and it's a lot of fun. You're up on the wheel all the time, so it's said you got to be in shape for it. Ready to go, that's for sure.
Well, congratulations on a great run tonight. And you got anybody you want to thank?
Asher Auto Works, Solder Towing, L&L Auto Sales, and Keller Motorsports. They helped me out a bunch, so especially Keller Motorsports. So
once again, the winner for the B mods here at Atchison County tonight, Truman Asher. Way to go, Truman.
Right, thank you.
Really good.
Okay, second year of operation. Last year, I'm sure, was, you know, hit and miss, whatever, learning, you figure out what's going on. But
still spinning.
But this year for 2013, now I know tomorrow night you got the Midwest Lightning Sprints, I believe, coming in, and I understand there was a race rained out in Iowa, so you're expecting quite a few.
Well, actually, what we have tomorrow is the midgets. We have the full-fledged midgets tomorrow. When we run the micros every week, non-wing and the wing cars in the micro division and the junior sprints, and we run front-wheel drive cars, sport compacts with them. But the midgets is in special. We have all kinds of specials on Saturdays, ranging everything from ASDS 360 Warrior Region rules to lawnmower races. So we're going to get a little everything on Saturday night, and you know, but micros is the mainstay.
Yeah. I just love coming up here because it seems like to me we're getting back to where we were a few years back. Not that I'm saying this is old-fashioned, but man, it's some nice, tight, close racing, and I just love to come up here and watch the racing. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It really is a fun track. All the drivers just love this track. I mean, I've never had a driver tell me they didn't like this track. They get out and they really enjoyed themselves, and it does. It's just really close racing, and good for the micros too. The micros put on a great show here.
If you haven't been to Atchison County yet, come on up. Phil's waiting for you. They got the concession going. They've got grandstands all over the place. Got a place to stand on the end down there.
Welcome back to Grassroots Racing Show. I'm Doug Thompson with co-host Roger Thompson. As we alerted you to, we were going to go racing at Atchison County Raceway, and we sent Mike Kraft, film crew, out. As always, Mike did a fantastic job. Excellent racing.
Not only excellent racing, but during the time that we got to view the races, I figured something out.
What'd you figure out?
That is a perfect track for you to take your Leaf Spring B mod.
You know, it is.
Because this is a track with all turn, and you get that car of yours hooked up and it is quick through the corners, you would have a great time up there.
I would have fun. I was thinking the same thing. If I could take my Leaf Spring, get up on the top side of the track, just power slide, 5th mile track. Goodness knows when I started racing, I started at the short track in Topeka, and that was a 1/4 mile track, and so I've always felt very comfortable on the 1/4 mile track, and that track in Topeka had a concrete wall all the way around it, and ran at the top side. If you wanted to go anywhere, you just legged it and kept going.
I always thought they were stretching the truth a little bit on that. What did they call that? Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah.
I always thought when they said a 1/4 mile, they were stretching that.
Yeah, it probably was less than
closer
that.
to a 1/5. But
yeah.
This is an action track here at Atchison, and wow, what racing they had.
They did. You know, they had hobby stock class, street stocks, B mods, class I wasn't familiar with called the E mods, and I'm not familiar with what the E mods are. We're assuming it's more of an econo class of modifieds, but we'll see if we can find out.
Yeah, we need to find out, because before you go up there, you need to check the rules and make sure It's a difference with all these various tracks and the B mods particularly. We're seeing all kinds of different rules for cars that are in that B mod class, as you well know. But yeah, a lot of local drivers come out. That hobby stock class was won by Billy Spielman of Atchison. And you go down to, we see a lot of people, and this is what we need to talk to Phil about. There are a lot of Birkinshaws in this racing business up there who are driving race cars.
In multiple classes.
Right.
That's good. That's good. That's good family support for it. I know in that hobby stock race, that was a great race between Billy Spielman and Raymond Bosch from Effingham. Good racing. The street stock race was won by Marvin Griffin Jr. out of Holton.
Well, back up a minute to the hobby stock class. Remember, there was Felicia Birkinshaw. She was in the number 7 SIS, and then there was also Joshua, who didn't start that race, but he was scheduled to be in that race. Now that's the hobby stock class. Then you go down to the street stock class. I interrupted you. You were talking about that.
Well, yeah, Marvin Griffin Jr. from Holton won that class, but I see there was another Birkinshaw that raced in that. That was Jim, and obviously from Jim Jr., I should say, and he was in the number 33 car. And then in the B mods, you had a great race with Truman Asher out of St. Joseph. And
Jesse Schatz, wasn't it? Jesse Schatz was from Topeka, went up there. Yeah.
Yep.
He was driving
Jesse
the number
fourth.
61.
Mm-hmm. And then in the E mod class, Joshua Birkinshaw won that one. Good racing out of Atchison. So that's good, you know, that there's a good car count. And from the looks of the footage and from what Mike Kraft gave us, there was a very good crowd. Speaking of good crowds, the racing over the weekend at Salina Speedway, just down the road from us, had 3,000 people there for a regular night of racing. Had the late models, 15 late models there, and it was great racing. And it's nice to see we've now turned the corner. School's out. Memorial Day weekend just came through, and so there was a lot of great racing.
Yeah, people are ready to go.
Stay tuned. Keep your eye on the Grassroots Racing Show. We'll bring you all the great racing action.